I really like lottery tickets, or the lottery, or perhaps the idea of it. I think the way that things have shaken out with human society, with how hard it is, even on top of all your hard work, to get the result that you want, because what you want is often reliant on what other people want for you, right? Or want of you. When you work hard, that hard work is only rewarded when that hard work is valued and seen in the same way that you do. And very often, we're not paid for the work we do. That's a lot of work as well, whether it be physical labor, whether it be the emotional labor of being yelled at by a client or by a customer. So the lottery becomes this fantasy, right? I don't think any of us don't have the fantasy of going to a bodega, buying 2 or 3 tickets, scratching, and being set for life. I mean, maybe you do. Some people have this great need to suffer for their reward, and that's fair. I think it's good to have a penchant or the ability to suffer in order to get what you want. But some people think that the suffering in and of itself gives value, and I don't agree with that necessarily. So I would love to win the lottery. I think it'd be really, really nice. Could you imagine the things I would be able to do for this channel if I had won the lottery, or the things I could produce? Better yet, not having to worry about if 2-3 months from now my tuition is paid, if I will be able to live in the same place or do the same stuff, learn new or different things. I asked my study buddy a long while ago if they could choose between money, fame, or love, and a lot of people chose money. Not necessarily because they like big stacks of green thing, but because they knew the power of money as a means. They didn't want necessarily the money in and of itself. That had very little value to them, but when they heard money, they thought of all of the problems that they could immediately solve, pay off their debts, pay off their family's debts, their friends' debts, their schoolwork, have a secure home and a mode of transportation to live in, which, I mean, I've already stated on the channel, I do not like cars, but if you can buy a car with that lottery money, that would make your life so much easier, wouldn't it? So, as much of a fool's errand it is to buy lottery tickets, I still hold out hope. I rarely carry cash, but when I do, and time is willing, I will get one of those 5,000 a week for life cards and just scratch it. I feel like I've given you this impression of myself as somebody who's very well put together, aside of the little manic pieces of nervous energy. So why would someone like myself get a lottery ticket? Surely if you are rational, surely if you are a person who understands numbers and probability, and somebody who is well aware that they are not the main character of a story, why would you tempt fate like that? I think you have less of a chance to win the lottery than you do being struck by lightning, being bitten by a shark, and getting into a car crash in the same day. If you multiplied all those together, you might get close to the probability of winning the lottery. And yet I still do it. I often don't carry cash, but when I do, I pick a lottery ticket. Because what is this? What is this relationship between you and I? What is my throwing myself on the internet but a lottery? I think you have to have an unimaginable amount of hope in order to do this thing. To create content with the intention of maybe making something out of it. Aside of art for art's sake. Art should be for its own sake, but also it'd be really nice to be able to do this, you know? And I'm not asking this of you, because when I become worthy of great deals of money, it'll start coming in, I think. But that doesn't mean that all of my efforts right here might not be rewarded monetarily, and that's okay. I get so many more rewards in hearing your stories and hearing about you. I check my notifications on YouTube very, very often because I love reading comments. More than the views, I really enjoyed all the people who talked about whatever stage they are in their creation. It really made me happy. It made me happy that I inspired some people. I got fan art recently with regards to somebody who needed that push, and that was fulfilling for me. So you could say I've already won in a way, in that I've had a small impact in people's lives. How many people can really say that they've had a meaningful impact on another person's life? But it still sits in the back of your head, right? I think my what's gonna make you blow up video is a bit misinterpreted. A lot of the comments make me feel as though they haven't watched the entire video. The point of that video was that you need both. You need both hard work and luck to be able to succeed. Because if luck comes by and you're not ready for it, well, it just exit your fingers like sand through the gaps. So I'm working every day to get lucky. I'm working all day to get lucky. I'm up all night to get lucky. I like the lottery because even as unattainable as it is, it's somehow fun to entertain that fantasy, right? I don't think the lottery is about making money, because if it was, then people would be getting money. Or rather, that's not the value it has for me. I like the lottery because it allows me to imagine a future wherein everything is solved and fine and good. Just as I like imagining that one day I will be big and that I will have a tangible impact on all of you through my Twitch or my YouTube. Because, again, the algorithm is a lottery, in a way. It pushes good content, yes, but if that content is going to be received or not is another real question. And we play the lottery every day in small ways. When we reach out to a person and wonder whether or not we're going to get answered. When we ask our boss for a raise, when we take a different path on the way home, we play with chance all the time, expecting the best income, the best outcome, or better yet, expecting that the worst doesn't happen, right? You have to have a maddening amount of hope to go to the lottery and genuinely believe you're going to win. I say maddening because not even I am that mad, but the fantasy of it is tangible enough, is real enough. Knowing objectively that I'm probably never going to win the lottery doesn't stop me from hoping that I do one day. And then maybe, if everything aligns, if by some brilliant and terrible happenstance I do win, I'll have known I'd trusted myself then. I feel very much the same way with content creation in a way. Aside of just loving to do it, aside of making things, but it being received. It's always a shot in the dark, so to speak. But if it does hit, if it does land, if it does strike you at your heart, I can't help but be excited, no? But be affirmed that the chance that I took on it was worth it. Ding ding ding, 10 minutes.